between the destruction, before the destruction, where there's going to be all hell breaking loose.
So how do you explain 2nd Ezra chapter 16?
Yeah.
If there's going to be no tribulation, what was all that about? And Ezra saw the whole tribulation in a vision.
Matthew chapter 24, verse 29. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars fall from heaven, and the powers of heaven shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man.
So at that time,
in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together the elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other.
So we're near this, man. This is we're in these times. You hear what I'm saying? And this is the gospel. This is the good news.
Right.
No, you heard about gospel. These Christians talk about some gospel and good news with big smiles on their face. They got no idea what they're talking about. I think when the scripture talk, said, "Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord."
Somebody did that.
That's Amos. The gospel like that. Before you do this truth, and you saw them Christians talking about the gospel, you always thought it was something good, like it's just good and happy and joyful and wishful, unity. You know, the gospel. You know, something joyous and just harmonious and everything like that, you know? Well, this is the gospel after the tap.
Yeah.
You know?
Gonna see something.
They think the gospel is just that thing.
Yeah.
There's a whole, it's more than just that.
Yeah. You know? What's that? Go on.
1 Thessalonians 5. 1 Thessalonians 5 verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them.
Right. So when they shall say peace and safety, that's when sudden destruction cometh upon them. Okay? Because that's happening now. They're saying peace and safety now. Alright?
This is the book of Amos chapter 5 verse 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light.
Right, so that's the Christians. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. Okay? For what is the end gonna be for you? You know? So what's the end gonna be for you? Those of you that you're jumping around talking about Jesus Christ, you know?
Which really what they believe is it's a rapper's Christmas.
Yeah, okay, exactly. So what's the end gonna be for you? And you didn't even realize who you was really worshiping. You know?
Yeah.
Verse 19. As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him.
You know?
Shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it?
You know? And so that's how it's gonna be. It's gonna be a time of darkness.
Amos 5:18.
It's gonna be a time of darkness, and when that time, there's people that are afraid of the dark, man. I used to be afraid of the dark, man. You know when it's that time and you need to go to the toilet, you gotta go out and you're like you quickly go to the bathroom because it's dark, isn't it? You know?
Some people are afraid to go to sleep when it's dark too, man.
You know? Yeah. There's some people that are afraid of the dark, man. And the doomsday purpose, they're figuring out ways to survive during the dark. You know, you need torches, because what are you going to do when the lights go out?
Yeah.
You know, and when the sun goes down, what are you going to do? Some people can't even start a fire, man. And if you do start a fire, people are going to know where you are. That's gonna attract criminals to your house. Before you know it, they'll roast you.
Because fire could mean food.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
It's like Gadite making smoke signals.
Yeah, exactly.
They can just push your ass in the fire. You know what I mean?
But no firing up.
It's gonna invite them
no?
cannibals, man. You know? So what them purpose, this one guy, I was watching this one Edomite guy, you know, in his basement, talking about it, saying, if you're gonna cook food, you need like a Bunsen. And you wanna do it like in the basement somewhere, because if you do it out there, like on a fire, that's gonna attract people. That's gonna attract people to your house. And think about it, this is not Call of Duty. And you kill somebody and then the body disappears. The body's gonna be there. It's gonna be dead, blood. That's gonna what's that gonna attract? Wild animals, coyotes,
That's why the
scavengers.
Alright, that's why the scripture says their body shall be a stump. Meaning it's gonna stink. Okay? And no one's gonna be able to plug those bodies and put them in the grave. But it's just gonna be out there stinking, man. That's a prophecy, that's in the scriptures.
That's serious, man. Because say if people did try and break into your house, I'm gonna get back to the scriptures. Say if people broke into your house and you killed and you did James Bond on them. You killed all 8 of them. But now you got 8 bodies to get rid of.
Yep.
Okay? And not only that, because you shot rounds, that's attracting people know where you at. Okay? So that's why I'm saying during them times you got it's be like that. You have to keep moving. You can't just stay in one designated area. Because if you do, it's gonna attract more rats. Okay? Cockroaches, all kinds of madness. So you gotta keep moving. Right? Go on.
Zechariah chapter 14 verse 13, and it shall come to pass in that day that a great tumult from the Lord shall be among them, and they shall lay hold every one on the hand of his neighbor, and his hand shall rise up against his hand of his neighbor.
You know? That's right. So we're coming to that time. Okay? And that's called civil unrest. Riots are gonna break out. We're rioting, and that's why the scriptures talk about there being sedition among men.
So brother, where's the beef gonna go then?
Beef. That's an interesting question. You know? Trust me, it's gonna be bad.
I got a preset.
Very bad. Huh?
I got a preset.
Got reset,
mate, yeah. This is Bahamut, yeah. We know about Leviathan, but I just, in my personal Bible reading, I came across it. But I'm not going to read all of it, just going to read Job 40 verse 15. It goes all the way down to 24, but I'll just read Bahamut, yeah, one of the Most High's creatures. He said, behold now, Bahamut which I made with thee, he eateth grass as an ox. So it's kind of built like an ox. Behemoth. Lo, now his strength is in his loins, his force is in the navel of his belly. He marvel, his tail is like a cedar, the sinew of his stones are wrapped together. Let me get to the point, man.
I don't cut you right. That's what you would call the Loch Ness monster.
Okay. Yeah. Get to the point. Let me get to the point. Behold it. Something that just made me just stop in my tracks, man. His bones are as strong as pieces of brass. His bones are like bars of iron. And the Most High is going to unleash him. Last verse. He taketh his eyes. He taketh it with his eyes. His nose pierceth through sneers, so he can smell anything, as you were talking about.
The Most High's got those type of creatures. But Esau don't know about the creatures. He made a movie about them, but Esau can't control those types of creatures.
Yeah,
He can't put them in a zoo. Alright? So your brother's got something.
Shit, it'll consume the whole entire zoo.
Yeah, exactly.
What's up?
You're going.
Alright, 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 4. But ye brethren are not in darkness, that that day should overtake you as a thief. Ye are all children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Therefore let us not sleep as others do, but let us watch and be sober.
You hear that? So that's exactly that. You gotta stay woke, okay? Because once you wake up, you don't want to go back to being asleep again. And when I say, you know what I mean when I say that?
Yeah, becoming a nigger again.
Exactly.
In the world. You're being lost in the world.
Because you already know what their end is gonna be.
Yeah.
Death, okay, pain, suffering, hunger, thirst, all kind of evil, suicide. Hey, what do you think's gonna happen to the medication during these times? You don't want to get no injuries, man. If you get an injury, what are you gonna do? You can't go to hospital. The hospital, they're gonna be filled up with diseases. They're not gonna have the correct equipment or the facilities to perform operations.
But that's what's happening in Venezuela.
Yes,
A lot of
exactly.
people dying of diseases in those hospitals.
A lot of children are dying because they're getting sick. All right, catching colds, fevers. A lot of them. There's a lot of funerals. A lot of on them kids, man, the little kids out there in Venezuela. So what do you feel is gonna happen here? When they shut down government, they don't care.
They were saying this, well, I'll cut you, brother. What they were saying is in a day of despair or distress, places that you don't want to be in is a city.
Yeah.
You want to be in a rural area.
Yeah.
Because you won't be able to cultivate any food here.
Right.
Or survive here.
Right. Right. Because I've been watching videos on that too. All right. That's the worst place, densely populated areas. Like cities. And they're even saying that the inner states of America, those are the worst places you want to be in. They highlight those areas in red.
Can I ask you a question? Sorry, mate, to interrupt. See, on these tribes of Israel, what tribe does the Kenyans?
Kenyans.
Yeah, Kenyans.
Yeah, you got a lot of Israelites that are Kenyans. Because you got different tribes in Kenya. They're not just Messiah. You got different Bantus.
You know what Kikiyu?
No, I don't. Why do you ask me?
Half Kikiyu. Sorry, I was just wondering.
Where's it? I can always probably see you want to ask me. Where's it that from?
He's from Kenya.
Yeah, so most like you want to ask me, you're Israelite. Your boy Judah, Benjamin and Levi.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Have you been yet?
He's an Israelite. He's not a Hamad.
It could be, what's it called? Kenya, they got a tribe, the Kuku. Yeah, that's what he said. That's what he said. Yeah. They're Hamites, man.
Sure?
They're not our people. They ain't got the same spirit, man.
He got the spirit of the Jacob.
Yeah, you got this problem. You don't look like that.
But Kukuis, I don't think they're our people.
I'll go research the
Research it. I'm just saying. I'm not saying definitely. But they eat, albinos' body parts.
Yeah?
Yeah, they think albinos' body parts are magical, innit?
Yeah, but our people messed up too. Over there in Liberia, they eat people, man. Yeah. That's what I saw in the documentary. Our eat is hot.
Yeah.
Some little kid
On Vice.
some kids must hot.
Yeah. Liberia, innit?
It's big.
Yeah.
Thing. Like there's this one guy, he owns a nightclub, and then they came and dug up on his doorstep, and they found all the breaches where they found all kinds of body parts at the front entrance of the nightclub.
Yeah, because you got Jakes, man, in West Africa, man. They be eating rats and rodents and all kind of shit, man.
Kind of nonsense, man.
Yeah, so Jake is bugged out.
Snails, trust me, them Igbos go in on abomination, man.
Really, me?
Igbos,
Say snails.
Yeah, snails, big giant snails, man.
I used to work in a market.
Yeah.
And up the market,
Yeah.
it's only last year, summertime, I'd never seen anything in my whole life.
Yeah.
Big piece of snail like this alive.
Yeah.
Crawling all out the bus.
They'll eat owls. They'll eat owls.
Big giant snail like that.
No, I was driving in the car. I wasn't driving. I was in the back. But these Jakes in Nigeria, they caught an owl, and everyone started killing it and beating it. And then a woman in the car said, "Yeah, they're gonna try and eat it." The owl was like this.
That's true. We've been scattered, we've mixed with the heathen, so
Yeah.
yeah, it's true.
All the kindreds and tribes of the earth.
Yeah.
It's got all the kindreds, all nations, kindreds, tongues of the people of the earth.
And I ain't gonna lie, man. I like the owls, man. They're some beautiful birds, man.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite birds, you know. Like,
No.
So the seeds, come on, man.
Sonar radar, man. When it comes to zooming in on their prey. Fascinating.
That's what Esau worships, the owl in Freemasonry. Because the owl can see in the dark. That's why.
What they worship on the left hand side is really the symbol of an owl means wisdom.
Taha goes into that a lot.
Yeah.
The owl, the monkey's intelligence. The owls is the top one, the wisdom. The dragon.
Yeah, the dragon.
That's the serpent.
Dragon's the serpent, but they're intelligent as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
Highly intelligent.
The serpent
And the parrot.
Wisdom.
Yeah, the parrot just repeats, and the monkeys, they both repeat.
Yeah.
But the others are the more high intelligence. And he related it to the truth as well.
You know, so we're in that time where read that scripture again.
1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 4. But be ye brethren, we are not in darkness, that the day should not overtake us as a thief. So we are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober.
That's right. You watch and be sober, okay? So that they don't catch you unawares. And that's us. That's not referring to the 2/3. The 2/3, they're gonna get caught off guard. What's that?
Revelation chapter 16, verse 15. Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked, and they shall see his shame.
Right. You understand? So you gotta keep what are your garments? The garments is talking about this truth. This wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. So you gotta keep it in your memory. Okay? Don't forget the words that was taught unto you. Okay, because that's what's gonna deliver you. That's what's gonna save you in the end. Alright? If you keep it in memory. Alright? That's right. Because without these words, you're naked, you see your shame. You're going.
Psalms 91:1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my power, in Him will I trust.
Right, so you literally gotta put your trust in Yahweh and the Son Yahweh Shai. That's literally what you. That's literally your power. That's literally your power, man. That time, not your weapon, not your Bunsen burner, not your.
Bunsen burner.
Not your guns either.
Not your guns, because Esau gonna put all his trust in that.
Yeah.
Certain neckars amongst our people are gonna put their trust in the guns too.
Right. You got this one Jake out there, Pastor something. This YouTube account is called Pastor something.
Pastor Cow.
Yeah. Is that
Yeah, he's got a gun in it.
Yeah, he's got a gun. And he's I've been watching a few of his videos, and you know, he makes sense, but he's all carnal. He's carnal, man. And he's built. He's building his little blocks. You know, yeah. You know, he's building his blocks. He's got the mortar. You know, he's building. He's got his own land. He's been saying for years that the American government don't care about the people, and that he's bought his own land. And you know, he's building on it because he's preparing for that time, right? But I'm thinking in my head, but how long that gonna last before the criminals come to visit you, man? You're only one guy. When your ammunition runs out, the criminals are gonna find out what type of weapons you have. When you start shooting, they'll say, yeah, he's got a gun. Alright? Then they'll come at different directions. They'll come at angles where you're not guarded. And they'll break in that way. You know? That's what I'm saying. Well, you need to put your trust. It says, the Most High is my fortress, right? What did it say?
It said, Psalms 91:2, I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress.
Right, exactly. Not that fortress that Pastor Porcho. What's it?
Pastor Jenkins, pork chop.
Yeah. You're not that guy. He's building his fortress.
Has stability.
Yeah. Our fortress is Yahweh. Yahweh Shai. You literally got to walk in faith.
Yeah.
You know the scripture saying walking in faith, not by sight. See the heathens and the 2/3, they're walking by sight. That's what's gonna make them be like the chase roll. Any little snaps, they're like,
Yeah.
yeah. They're walking by sight, we're walking by faith. You know? And that's what you gotta ask for, more and more faith, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the times are coming. Don't ask for carnal shit.
Yeah.
Do what Solomon did. Solomon asked for something spiritual. He asked for the wisdom to take care of the Lord's people.
That's what's really going to sustain you in that time, man. Your faith, the ability of faith, and the amount of wisdom that you're going to have.
Yeah.
That's what's going to keep in order, man. Within, because when all hell breaks loose, we're all going to be out of our comfort zone, man.
Yeah.
In the coziness of our homes, you have your heat. If you have everything, within your house. Okay, you get to watch on TV. Certain brothers got TVs on. Certain brothers find comfort in going on the internet, watching videos on the internet. It's going to come a time, man, where you're not going to have access to all of that. You're just going to be out there in the wilderness, or you just might be in a concentration camp somewhere. They're ready to be put to death because of the word of Yahweh Shah. You know what I mean? So we have to pretty much pray for wisdom and understanding, and also what's more important is faith, man.
Most important. Faith.
Most likely faith, man.
What is the most important is faith.
Most important is faith. Yeah. That's what really comes first. I should have put that first, and then the wisdom. Faith is really gonna be the God of your mind, because without faith, man, you're gonna go berserk, you're gonna go crazy, and when you go crazy, much more closer you're gonna bring yourself to death, man. You understand? But when your mind is when your mind is still and you're stable-minded, going through adversity, you can deal with it more better. You can think. You can strategize. You can do all kind of stuff. But when you're in a state of panic,
Exactly.
you're gonna wind up killing yourself,
I
man.
mean, there's a scripture on that as well. Let me get that.
So what's up?
Go,
You're gonna wind up killing yourself.
You bring the precept out first. We'll say.
Psalms 121. I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord, which
Right.
made heaven and earth.
Right.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Read that again. That's good. That's good.
Psalms 121. I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord.
So it said, read that again. Read that part again.
I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills,
Right.
from whence cometh my help.
From whence is that? Put the movie. See that? Where is it?
They just call the scripture so that there's no way to do it.
Verse 2. My help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth.
Right.
Chapter and the verse, brother.
Right. So the help coming of Yahweh. So that's what you gotta pray for. And if you're not doing that, that's because you ain't got no faith. You know what I'm saying? You gotta walk by faith.
My son.
Right? While the other people are panicking around you, and you know what? And that brought something else to my mind, but it's not really related to this at the moment.
Oh yeah, somebody get Matthew 6 as well.
Continue.
Somebody get
Psalms 121 verse 3. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Right, so the Most High is going to set certain spirits. The only good spirits are going to be out here, the spirits that's protecting the elect. All the rest, man, the Most High is going to